I want you to practice getting in the habit of doing that lag drill I showed you, where you're going to put the golf club against the wall, slide the club head down the wall, feeling pressure in the forefinger to improve your lag. The other thing I want you to practice is sliding your hands down your thighs till you reach the top of your kneecaps. Put your hands together. Your weight's going to be underneath your arches of your feet. You want your load-bearing joints to be stacked. You follow your foot, the tip of the knee, the tip of the elbow, top of the spine should be in one line. You're not quite there.
This audio is going in.
Everything I say is recorded. All right. Next, swing plane. As I indicated, biomechanically you should be swinging in that zone there. The golf club shaft, the head, your hands, they should stay in that zone for your swing. If they don't, we got a problem. I don't think that's the problem yet. But we'll see. I haven't looked that closely at your swing. It looks really pretty good, but we're going to look at it closely here. Good takeaway. Your head drops a little bit. The club's a little bit outside. I'd like to see your hands stay on the shaft line. Your hands get off the shaft line a little bit. All that means is you got to keep your handle closer to your right thigh on the takeaway. All right. Now you're up here. There's the angle of the shaft on the backswing. What is that angle? Well, that angle is around 74 degrees. As you go to the top, nice position. You can't do it much better. Your hands are a little high. Remember I said for your swing, for biomechanically, your hands should be pretty much even with the top of your head. Your hands are a little high there. That'll cause back problems too, because you get into a reverse spine angle, and we don't need to get into all that. Yeah, but coming down, you make a nice change of direction. The club shaft flattens out. Nothing wrong there. So whoever's messing with your swing, don't mess with it because it's good. You have a little bit of throwaway here, a little bit of early release, not bad. I've seen a lot worse than that. And your impact position's pretty darn good. So you're a pretty highly skilled golfer. You don't want to hold your head down. Don't do that. As you hit the golf shot, your head should release as you're hitting the ball. Your right shoulder should release.
I don't know when that started, but I gotta somehow get out of that.
Yep.
I forgot that.
Yeah, that's why you hit everything left, because what happens is that stops your body and your arms keep going and you flip it. So that's the major reason you're hitting hooks right there. You're not letting your body release. You're holding your head down way too long there. All right. Let's look at it from face on here. I want to get rid of that foot flare. I want about half that much. 20 degrees would be fine with me. There's a 90-degree angle. So, 20 off that. Right around there is where your right toe should be. Or sorry, left toe.
So even with no internal hip rotation,
yep.
Don't do that flare.
Yeah, you don't need to have that much flare. I think that's restricting your backswing. It's restricting your hip turn on the backswing, which is a big problem. You need hip turn. The reason people get back problems is they actually separate too much. They turn their upper against their lower a little too much. They arch their lower back, and then that puts too much stress on the lumbar spine. Now, if you're 18 years old, I'd tell you to restrict your hips, but you're not. So we're not going to restrict anything. That's a really good backswing position. Despite that left foot being flared too much, you still get a pretty good turn there. That's excellent. Yeah, that's a pretty good position. Now you do have a flaring left elbow, sort of chicken winging it a little bit. We're going to work on that. Your left arm should be connected right in here, the whole swing. And yeah, okay, so your left wrist bends a little bit at impact. That's a no-no. You want to keep a flat left wrist. You want to hit a lot of punch shots. You're going to put a piece of plywood 3 inches behind the ball. That's about a 1/4 inch thick, and you're going to hit shots without hitting the board. You got to practice getting more forward lean in the shaft, but not a big problem. You should be a single-digit player if you got a plan, a practice program. I mean, you could easily beat Dominic with this swing. And Dominic, if you're listening, when you do, you got a problem because he's got the skills. So yeah, I mean, Larry, this is good. Look how steady your head stays. That's amazing. Your head hardly moves. That's amazing. You're going to hit good shots, and you're on balance. It's a good swing. Hi. Today, my name is Jim Estes, and I'm going to be talking about a drill I think is really helpful for learning how to find the bottom of your swing. Simply stated, what you want to do is take it doesn't really matter what the item is. Here I've got an alignment rod, and what I want you to try to do and a golf ball is to take a swing, and what you're trying to do is put this rod or anything, it can be a piece of plywood, it can really be anything. Give yourself about one club width, the length of a club head. Put that item behind about the width of a club head behind the ball, and what I want you to do is take a swing back and through in slow motion, trying to hit the ground as close to the ball, in front of the ball as possible without hitting the rod, or in this case it could be a piece of wood. So here's an example of what I want you to do. Alright, there, what you saw was, and what you heard was, the golf club making contact even with the ball or slightly in front of the ball. It's absolutely essential that the bottom of the golf swing is in the same place. And in order to do that, you got to keep your spine over the ball. So this drill will get rid of a fat shot. If you keep your weight on your back foot, you're going to hit this, and that'll be an instant feedback knowing, hey, I just made a swing where I didn't transfer my weight and I didn't get my spine over the ball. So once again, what I want you to do, take one slow motion swing back, come back to the ball, find a spot where you want to hit the ground, and then go ahead and make a normal swing at normal speed. Hold your finish, ensuring that, hey, you're making contact with the ground right where the ball is. I think you'll find that to be extremely helpful.